Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Philippines. Welcome back to Pageant Mag Philippines live sessions. And to all our friends from the rest of the world, good day, good afternoon, or shall I say good morning? All right, so here's really once again from Sudi is your pageant correspondent. So we are live simultaneously on Facebook and of course on our YouTube channel. Now guys, if you are new to our YouTube channel, please do subscribe and click the bell notification so that you will get notified whenever we release new videos. All right. And you can also subscribe and follow us on our Facebook page for more pageant updates. We are also on Instagram and TikTok. So please do follow us on all our social media platforms across social media platforms. It's just Pageant Mag Philippines. And you can also support us by sending stars. You can see that at the bottom. All right. So you can just send us stars for our streaming subscriptions as well. Now, guys, if you have any questions later, please don't hesitate to drop your questions down below so that we can ask your questions directly to our guest for tonight. Okay, so I believe that you are all excited to meet our guest for this evening. So our esteemed guest is a Hiyas ng Pilipinas 2022 candidate hailing from Dumaguete City. And so then please do help me to welcome our guest with a virtual applause. There.
Yes,
May
hello.
Yes. So we have May Alexandra Krizia Hamsirani from Dumaguete City. Hello,
Yes.
Krizia. Alex or Sandy, shall I? I forgot that. Good evening
Yes.
to you. Mm. Yes, good
Hello
evening to
again,
you.
everyone. Hi, Tita. Good evening. It's so good to be back. And I just
Mhm.
really wanted to also greet our friends, our loved ones from all over the world, and especially from Dumaguete and from my province, Negros Oriental. And to everyone who's watching tonight, maayong gabi ka natin tanan. Good evening, everyone.
All right, so I know that you guys are already familiar with our guest for tonight because this is not only her first time, not even the second time, but the third time to join us for to join us, right? To join us in a live sessions. Is that correct? Do you remember those times?
Oh, yes, Tita. Fresh from my memory.
Yeah, so we definitely miss you a lot, Sandy. And yeah, by the way, guys, I just want to let you know that our guest is actually not only a candidate for Hiyas in Filipinas, but she is as well a host herself. All right. So I know that there's still some viewers for tonight that are not very much familiar about you, Sandy. So, Sandy, can you just tell us more interesting facts about yourself?
Okay, so I'm my full name is May Alexandra Krizia Hamsirani. My father and my mother are Muslims, and Well, luckily, they allowed me to enter into the pageant world. Actually, before when I was in high school, I would not even think, or even the idea of joining a pageant never crossed my mind because I'm kind of like a boyish type. I never even wanted to wear anything pink or anything girly, tita. So
Mm-mm.
I'm just so surprised that now to be in the pageant world and to join pageants really became a passion to me. Because
Mm-hmm.
honestly, I've always really wanted to help other people. It's just that I never had the resources to do so, like network, finances, and also I really found pageantry as a platform for me to do bigger things. And I'm
Mm-mm.
a graduate of Bachelor of Mass Communication, and I'm from Dumaguete City. I love cooking. I love to do trail or dirt bike trail riding. I love adventures. I love sunsets, and I'm a music lover myself. So yeah, I'm just really excited to be here and to be part of the very first Hiyas Pilipinas pageant. I'm really honored.
Well, we will definitely talk more about Hiyas ng Pilipinas later on, all right? However, you have mentioned earlier that you graduated with mass communications, right? Oh,
Yeah,
so yeah,
yeah.
you graduated with with mass communication. So with that, um, what is actually your profession after graduating with mass communications degree? Were you led as well to something like media thing or writing professions?
Yes, actually, Tita.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, a Bachelor of Mass Communication major in journalism. So
Mm-hmm.
when I had my on-the-job training in Cebu, I really did write and news. I was a newscaster every morning at Brigada News FM, so I had that opportunity. However, when I graduated, I did not fell into the journalism world. So my
Mm-hmm.
first job after graduation was as a medical sales representative. So parang ang layo, but still, I believe communication is everywhere. It's not just in journalism, but in every field.
That's right. That's right. I definitely believe on that because communication is basically our medium to
Mhm.
express things and, of course, to relate with or relate and interact with other people, right? Oh,
Yes.
we actually have here. Oh my God, what's happening? I think there's a ground in here. Okay. All right. Hello. We have a viewer from Aloha USA, Hawaii USA. Aloha. All right. Aloha to you, Shannon. Good afternoon. Yeah, good afternoon to you. Right?
Hello.
Or good morning, rather. It's good morning. Yeah. Good morning to you.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. You're very napintas. Maganda in Filipino. Oh, she must be Ilocano. If napintas is actually maganda.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
New word for me, Tita.
Yeah, that's an Ilocano word. Oops. All right. So something's happening on my card, on my sound card. Anyways, can you hear me?
I'm sorry if I keep on moving forward because I can't hear you clearly, but okay lang, Tita. I can just move forward.
Okay, let me try my best to fix this. Hmm. All right, there you go. Can you hear me better now?
Medyo mahina pa siya, but it's good. It's better.
Okay. Whew. Well, I do apologize if you can't hear me that clearly.
It's
Okay.
okay, Tita.
Anyways, let's continue. So you worked as a medical representatives, right? Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And okay. So how did you find it?
It was my first work, so of course, when you're in the college years, it's not really the real world. So you haven't really experienced what hardships are. And though I was very excited about it because, of course, it's my first work, I got my first paycheck. I had my first time to live in a different city alone. I was having fun, but
Mm-hmm.
then I found myself, well, I really wanted to grow more. I really wanted to also experience not just, well, it's a really good profession, I would say, and it
Mm-hmm.
really helped a lot of people. But I found myself wanting to grow in a way that I could really find what my true passion is. So
Mm-hmm.
I decided to come home, and that was when the time when we had personal problems, and I needed to come home. So that's when where I started working
Oh, online. That's interesting, actually.
online.
Especially these days, during the time of pandemic, we are all working online. Well, even just our interview right now, it's already
Yes.
an online. Yeah, it's already a virtual interview. However, we would really love to see you in person very, very soon. All right, so
Yes.
moving forward, moving forward, what did you learn from that profession, from being a medical representative that you can
Honest,
apply to your life right now, especially to
come.
your to that you can apply to your life right now, especially that you are joining in Hiyas ng Pilipinas.
Yes. Well, honestly, before I never thought I am patient enough to do
Mhm.
things, patient enough to do sacrifices, patient enough to wait for doctors for me to be signed or to present my medicines. But
Mhm.
after being a medical sales representative, the biggest learning I got is really patience is everything. And I know that it really helped me now, especially with the pageants that I've been. It's very important for me to be patient enough to not give up because sometimes when we plan things, we thought it's going to happen the way we want things to be. But unfortunately, reality sometimes things don't happen the way you want them to be. But
Mhm.
you just really have to be patient and wait for your own time, for your own winnings as well. So that
That's
is really one of the biggest learning I got from my past work, which is as a medical sales representative. Patience is a
yeah.
virtue.
Yes, patience is a virtue because God has His own perfect time. Not basically on our time, but it's
Yes.
God's time for it. God has time for
Yes.
everything. All right. Thank you so much for that. So we are just starting. We are not yet actually in the middle of the interview. Okay, so I believe that no, like everyone know that you've already joined pageants, other pageants. Well, you have joined a national pageant just very recently, right? So,
Yes.
why did you decide to come back to pageantry and pursue it via Hiyas ng Pilipinas?
I will be very honest, Tita. I am first. I actually
I
have a lot of
love
reasons.
honest. Yeah, I love honest people. Yeah.
Yes, well, I'm very open about it, about the
Mhm.
reasons why I decided to join Hiyas na Pilipinas again. I know, not
Mhm.
again, but join Hiyas na Pilipinas and join another national pageant again. As you all know, well, some of you know, I joined Miss Philippines Earth last year, and
Mhm.
now I am joining the very first Hiyas na Pilipinas. Well,
Mhm.
first, Tita, I really wanted to maximize my age. Well,
Mhm.
I'm 26, and as we all know, we have an age limit in the pageant world.
That's
And I've
right.
always really wanted to join a national pageant. Though I joined Miss Earth before, it was very different because it was a virtual one. And of
Mhm.
course, I really wanted to walk on a national stage, perform on a national pageant. That is
Mhm.
kind of like a self-fulfillment for me. Second, I've
Yeah.
always really wanted to bring honor to my province, my city, my hometown, and to everyone who've been supporting me and who've been there and who've been rooting for me. So since the first national pageant was a virtual one, I really wanted to get back up again and
Mhm.
show them that I also have the chance to be on a national stage and to make them all proud. And
Mm.
lastly, It was kind of like a short period of time with Miss Earth. So I really wanted to also do something bigger than that. And I'm really hoping that since Yes na Filipinas is the very first pageant of as a national one, so I'm hoping that this is going to be a platform for me to be heard again, my heart and my
Mhm.
mind. So yeah.
Yeah, so you just mentioned it's coming from you that Hiyas ng Pilipinas is gonna be um the very first edition to happen this year, right? So don't you have any other like other did you even question or ask yourself joining on that pageant by the mere fact that it's gonna be first time, it's gonna be first edition.
What? Sorry, Tita, I can't hear you clearly.
Hmm. Have you never thought of asking yourself joining that pageant or joining Hiyas ng Pilipinas, where in fact it's only its first edition to happen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I'm not the one who asked it, but the people around me, they told
Mm-hmm.
me why he asked, since it's very new, it's not popular to a lot of people and stuff like that. But for
Yeah.
me, first, of course, it's truly an honor for me and a privilege to be part of the top 35, the official candidates of the very first Fiesta Filipinas. So it's like you'll be there. You'll be in the history of Fiesta Filipinas as one of the
Mm-hmm.
official candidates for the very first time.
Mm-hmm.
And well, for me, I really believe that in every national pageant, they have their own reasons behind the crown. And yes, the Filipinas has its own reasons. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
actually not just about the title or the experience. Of course, that's a bonus, but it's
Mm-hmm.
really more on the reasons behind the pageant that I'm
Mm-hmm.
after.
Its purpose.
Yes, it's purpose, Tita.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Yeah, because for every national pageant, we definitely believe that there's always um they always have its particular purpose of you know establishing their pageants for not only to empower women, not only to
Yeah.
empower our young women, but of course to encourage everyone, you know, to feel beautiful of themselves. And
Yes.
well, aside from that, of course, just a shallow side comment on that. There could be it's offering another option for other girls who would like to become a queen, right?
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, we are really looking forward on your journey in here with Hiyas ng Pilipinas, and yeah, we are very much excited as well for Hiyas ng Pilipinas, especially that
Yeah.
this is gonna be the very first edition, and we are definitely expecting for grand executions. All right.
Yes.
Mhm. So, um, let's go back to your personal say for example, well, let's go back to getting to know you personally. So you mentioned earlier that your parents are actually Muslims or Islams. So
Yes.
how did you how did you in, I mean convince them to allow you to join pageants such as like this, that you are going to be wearing two piece and all that.
Yes. Well, I am actually just really thankful to my parents. Though they are Muslims, my sister, and my brother were Roman Catholic. And I'm just
Oh.
really grateful to them because I respect those parents who really
Mhm.
want their children to follow their religion. But my parents, they really wanted us to also choose uh, what we want and choose the religion that we think we we should go. And
Mhm.
also when it comes to pageantry, they're very
Mhm.
supportive. That's one thing. Like my parents, they're always been there for me, and I can always feel them, even if, like, example, I'll be competing in Cebu or I'll be competing in a different city, even if they can't come. They always, I know that they're always praying for me and they're always wishing the best of me. And I'm doing this not just for myself. They know that everything that I do in my life, even if it's not just about pageantry, I always bring them with me. I always have this reason that I'm doing things because of them. And I'm just really, I guess I'm just really blessed that even if my parents are separated, they're just
Mhm.
really supportive of us three. So I'm just
Oh,
grateful to them.
I'm sorry to hear about the separation. However,
Oh, it's
um,
okay.
yeah, what was their first or their immediate reaction when you opened up to them that you are joining pageantry?
Um, they were shocked because, as I said before, the very first pageant that I joined, and then I told them that I'll be joining a pageant. That was when I was in high school, tita. So they were very shocked, especially with my personality growing up. They knew
Mhm.
that it would never happen. They thought it would never happen because I am kind of like the boy version of my father or my mom, and I've always liked playing with guns, with making in vernacular tarak-tarak or small trucks and cans. I love those stuff. So when I told them I'll be joining a pageant, they were like,
Really? Are you serious?
and like with my sister is the more girly one. So
Uh-huh.
when I told them that, they were, I don't know if they were happy, but after that they accepted it and they're very supportive now.
That's basically what's important, that you can feel their support, and
Yes.
yeah, and that they're happy for what you are basically doing. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so that's what basically family is. All right, so yeah, we really wanted to get to know more about you, Sandy. So we have this kind of well, it's a kind of how shall I say, challenge.
Oh.
Yeah, kind of challenge,
Yon.
but it's basically a very common game. That's well, in social media, usually done on YouTube. So
Oh,
it is
okay.
called as "Have You Ever Had?" Okay, so
Oh,
we will
I'm
be
excited.
going. Yeah, so we will be we will be tripping down down memory lane. Charot. Saan ko nakuha yan? All right, so are you ready, Sandy, for this game?
I'm excited, Tita. I'm so ready.
All right, good. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Wala namang consequence, Tita, diba?
Walang consequence. I'm sorry. Shucks. you know, shucks. Whew. All right, so let's continue this. Oh my God. One moment.
Okay, go, Tita.
Okay. All right. Have you ever? Let's proceed. Oh my God. Have you ever had gotten in trouble at school or at a church?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. Ano yun, Tita?
Have you ever had gotten trouble or gotten in trouble at school or at the church?
At school, yes, of course.
What kind of trouble?
I don't know if I'm supposed to share this, but when I was in daycare, as I've said, Tita, I'm kind of like a boyish, kind of like a kid, and I'm very pasaway. So one time, I even forgot this memory, but I saw my teacher in daycare 3 years ago. So she
Mhm.
told me, "Hi, how are you, Inday? Did you remember what you did to me?" I was like, "Hi, ma'am." And then she said that I was playing with a water gun, and then I put mud inside the water gun as its bullets. So I asked my teacher something, and she really ran towards me, and we were running around the classroom, and then I kind of like hid, and then I hit her with the mud using a water gun, tita. So yeah, that was
OMG. Well, that's basically what happens during
yeah,
childhood days, diba? That's well, it could be normal actually for playful kids. Yeah.
yeah. I'm
Because
being too honest. Oh my goodness.
oh, that's fine. That's fine. We love that. We love honest guests. How about this one?
Okay.
Have you ever had drunk a soda pop, then you laughed and had it come out your nose?
Oh yes.
How
Super.
does it
Like
feel? I think I've never experienced that yet.
really, I cried a
Yeah,
lot. Ang sakit sa ilong, tita. Ang sakit.
yeah, because I'm very demure.
Ay, wow. Sorry po.
Just kidding. Just kidding. No, it's just because we don't have money to buy soda pop back then.
Ay,
So
libre lang din yun sa akin, tita.
we're that poor. Can you just imagine how poor we were? Ayan. Next one. Have you ever had made up a story to get out of a traffic ticket? Do you drive?
Oh yes, yes, tita. When
So
I started
yeah.
driving after graduating college when I was a med rep in Cebu.
Uh, oh yeah, that's basically one of the requirements that you should drive when you are a med rep. Yeah, and
Yes.
here, have you ever had made up a story to get out of a traffic ticket?
Well, luckily I haven't. Yeah. I hope not in the future.
Sometimes I do that. I don't
Oh,
drive. I don't drive, but
uh-huh.
I always make up story just to get us when someone's driving for me. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Have you ever had played a trick on someone and had someone trick on you?
I can't really remember exactly, but I believe probably it happened before. I can't really.
Like like you were supposed to trick them, but it turned out that you were the one who got tricked on.
Oh, no, never, because I'm the prankista in the group. So,
Do
yes.
you do this? You like music, right? You like
Yes.
music. Do you do this one? Have you ever had sung in the shower or on the toilet?
Always, Tita, especially when I'm in a good mood. I always.
Hmm. On the toilet?
Ha?
On the
I do
toilet?
concert a lot. Pang bathroom lang kasi yung boses ko.
Hmm. Di ba? Sana may sample tayo dyan. Hmm.
Kakanta ako
Ayan.
mamaya sa backstage, tita.
Dapat sa live. How about this one? Have you ever had spied on your neighbors?
Have I ever?
Spied? Spied on your neighbors.
Oh no. I love my neighbors, especially in my hometown where I grew up. My neighbors, I don't call them neighbors, they're my family, so I never did that. Spied? You mean spy?
Yeah, spying.
Spy?
Oh,
SPY?
yes. Yes, yes, yes.
No, never.
Even it's guapo, ganyan. Even if it's good looking. Even if it's good looking.
Um, may I don't parang I do look sometimes, but hindi talaga siya matatawag na spy.
Kinilig
I
lang,
might
ganun. Okay, you just mentioned, well, since you're telling us that you were a boyish back in your childhood. How about this one? Have you ever had broken something like a window and ran
uh-huh.
away?
Yes, actually not it's a different story because it's not I didn't break anything, but I almost had my neighbor's house burned down. Not really burned down, but like caught in a fire because of me. So
Grabe siya.
yeah, because I was playing with yung tita. It's not gasol. It's a different yung parang you have to turn it and then light it up. So I was playing with it and then
Mm-hmm.
natakot ako sa sobrang laki na ng fire and then I ran away.
Ah, talaga?
Oh,
So it's the, tawag dito, stove.
huh?
It's the stove.
Come again?
So you were playing with the stove.
Yes, I was playing with the stove. I was, I guess, grade one or third or ano, kindergarten, as far as I could remember. But it was my lola's house. Sorry, lo.
And do you have a boyfriend right now? Are you in a
Yes, I.
relationship? Hmm. Okay, let me just ask you this then. This is gonna be the last one.
Okay.
Have you ever had burped while you were kissing someone?
I'm just gonna laugh at that, tita.
It happened.
It happened. Is that according to experience, tita?
I never had.
Wow. Pinagpawisan ako dun.
Ayan, no. Wow, we have some hi parekoy. Is it parekoy? Sorry ha, if I can't read your names properly, I do apologize because I have a very malabong mata.
It's a tie.
So, yeah. And I'm not wearing my glasses right now, so I do apologize for that. Nakasmile din ako habang nanonood. So that's Yoji. Hi, Yoji. Good evening to you. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your honesty, Sandy. I really
I'm sorry,
love
tita.
that.
I think I was too honest.
Well, that's fine. It doesn't. I don't think that it could hurt you or even, make you of a less person, right? And yeah, that makes you. That what makes you actually a human. So that what actually makes you. Oh, that what actually makes you human, right? Mm.
Yes.
Right. So, yeah, thank you so much for your honesty, and I really, really love it. Okay, so guys,
Okay.
if you have any questions for our guest, Sandy, please don't hesitate to drop your questions down below at the comment section. Okay, so Sandy, we actually have a first question here coming from Shannon.
Okay.
Shan, Sandy, if you could have three wishes as a beauty queen for for Hiyas ng Pilipinas 2022, what would it be and why? What would it
Oh.
be and why? And what's your favorite colors and why? Well, she got so many questions here. So much mahalo if you could answer my question, Sincerely. So
Yeah.
she's a new fan of yours from Hawaii,
Uh,
USA. Okay.
yes, hi Shannon. Thank you so much. I appreciate you asking questions. Well, first question, if you could have three wishes as a beauty queen for Miss Dumaguete Hiyas Pilipinas 2022, what would it be and why? I think with everything that's been happening, Tita, especially with like for until now, it's gonna be like 3 years with the pandemic that we
Mm-hmm.
have been facing. A lot of like lockdowns happened before. Some plans were put on hold. Some were even canceled. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
opportunities went out to the window. Parang we felt like our life stopped for a moment or so. And now we're trying to recover from everything. And for those who have been hit by Bagyong Odette, I most importantly, this is my wish is for those people and to everyone who have been struggling for the past years. I guess if I'll have three wishes, it would be strength to get back up again to everyone. Kasi even if it's not just about the pandemic, it's not just about Bagyo. I know that each one of us, every single day, we're struggling in our daily lives. We're struggling about our future, about what will happen with us, and so on and so forth.
That's right.
Second, I guess it would be healing. Healing
Mm-hmm.
because with everything that had happened, a lot of us lost a part of us that we could never bring back. So I want to wish for healing for all of us. And lastly, I wish that I really wish that the coming years will be better for all of us. I don't want
Mm-hmm.
to wish about something that's too parang too impossible to happen. These are just wishes that I believe is very important, especially with everything that had happened. So strength to get back up again, healing, and lastly, better years to come for all of us.
Yeah,
And
because hmm yeah,
yes,
that's actually very attainable.
mm-mm,
It is definitely attainable. However, that depends as well on the maturity of a person
mm-hmm.
on how they handle or manage the situations at the moment.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
yes. And ano kasi tita, sometimes we get caught up with everything that's been happening. So
Mm-hmm.
sometimes parang we get also lost in the things that happened. That's why sometimes other people they get through depression or they get to really dark times and they are really having a hard time to get back up. So those are the wishes that I want each and everyone who needs it. And for the second question, what were
What's your favorite
my
color?
favorite colors? Um, Even when I was in high school, elementary, I've always loved color blue. I've always loved color blue. Why? I believe when it comes to color meanings,
Mm-hmm.
it's a matter of perception, or I guess it's according to your mood or what you're going through. For me, blue, it helps me cool down. I love color blue because it's very cool when you look at it. I don't have a specific meaning. It's more on me getting that mood of relaxation when I look at color blue. That's why I love blue so much.
Mhm. Well, basically because blue is very calming color,
Yeah.
and mhm, just looking at the blue color, it actually helps you to get calm and relax. Just like when we are looking at the sea, the blue sea or
Yes.
oceans, yeah,
Yeah.
it's very calming actually. That's also one of the reasons why I love blue colors.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a blue man. I'm a blue gay. Just kidding. Anyways, we also have a question here coming from our friend. Um, hmm, Let me just try to take a look at that. So he's asking, what does Hiyas ng Pilipinas embody? how do you envision this pageant in a 3 or 5 year span? As they say, it's not the launch of a pageant that matters, but its sustainability in the passing of years.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the question is, what does Hiyas embody? Well, honestly speaking, as I've said before, each national pageant has its own reasons for the
Purpose.
crown, and they have their own reasons of why they put up or they're really willing to put everything in the line, including their names for that
Mm-hmm.
specific pageant. With Hiyas and Pilipinas, I'm just really blessed to be part of this organization because, honestly speaking, I don't join pageants just for the title or for the name or whatnot, for the freebies and stuff. But I'm really looking to have or be part of an organization that is for the candidates and for the purpose of the pageant. With Hiyas
Mm-hmm.
Pilipinas, it's not just about showing off ladies. It's not just about us uh, doing ramp process, showing our physical attributes, just asking or answering questions. They really want us to also fight for the purpose or the reasons for us to why we joined the pageant. And with Miss Eva, our pageant director, I'm just really grateful to her because she really feels how we feels. I mean, as candidates. And I
Mm-hmm.
understand that because she was also once a candidate herself. So I'm also really like I want also myself to be like an embodiment or kind of like an inspiration to those women who wanted to join national pageants but never had the courage to do so because they had fears like if you don't have sponsors or if you're not known you will not get through. But Fiestem Pilipinas really gave me this opportunity, and they have been taking care of us for what now, like almost a month. And their reasons of having this as a pageant is really real, and we can really feel that. So I'm just really happy to be part of this beautiful organization. And I hope hindi lang 5 years, but 10 years, 15 years, and so on.
Can you hear the ground? Can you
Yes.
hear the ground? Yeah, I'm sorry. I think it's on my mic.
Oh, I can hear you now, Tita.
One moment. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay then. One moment. Can you hear me loud and clear?
Medyo mahina, Tita, but I can hear you.
Okay, just one moment.
It's okay, Tita. I can just move forward to listen to you when you speak.
How about this? How about this? Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Does it sound better?
Yes, okay lang, hindi na choppy.
Okay, good. Oh, I do apologize. All right.
It's okay,
Anyways,
tita.
let's. So
It
yeah.
happens.
Thank you so much. Oh, thank you for your patience, guys. Yeah, that's actually what I've also heard from Eva. Actually, that it is not all about it is not all about uh the it is not just all about what you can offer, but the um, longevity of the how shall we say of the organizations as well. It actually
Mm-hmm.
matters because um, the longer that the longer that it stays, the better that it could also offer from a year and from 1 year to another, right?
Yes. Yes, po.
It will definitely improve from a year to another year, of course, while it
Yes.
goes on. Mhm. All right, thank you so much for that. Hmm. Okay, just give me 1 second here. There's another question in here actually. Win or lose, Sandy? What does Sandy intend to pursue in the next 3 to 5 years?
Sorry, Tita. What's sorry?
Win or lose, win or lose, what does Sandy intend to pursue in the next 3 to 5 years?
Good question. Thank you so much
Mhm.
for that question, whoever sent it. Um, usually, I always plan things. However, with the COVID, I learned something. Like you have to be very flexible with everything, with your plans, especially that anything could happen in just a snap or in a second or so. So you have to be very flexible in really not really changing, but improvising or maybe changing somehow your plans in life. So for me, I joined Hiyas Pilipinas. I have accepted that there's a possibility of winning, there's also a possibility of losing. So win or lose, I'm just really gonna move forward with my life and I'm gonna take everything that I have experienced with Hiyas Pilipinas. And I've
Mhm.
always wanted to join national pageants. As I've said, I really wanted to maximize my age. But
Mhm.
also, I am planning to enroll next school year. So we'll see what
Wow,
happens.
that's great. That's great. So, is it going to be a another degree, or it will be a postgraduate degree?
Yes.
Oh,
I've
it's gonna
always
be
dreamed of.
masters, right?
Huh?
It's gonna be masters.
Um, I've always wanted to be a lawyer. That was my
Oh,
dream when I was in elementary, and I thought it's gonna vanish after high school or college, but I still have it. So I'm really pursuing it now. I'm very determined to enroll.
okay. As a future lawyer, then, Sandy, how
Yes.
are you going to stand on the issues about women's violation or
Women's
violations
violation.
on women? Yeah, or violations
Uh-huh.
on women.
I, for me, of course, I'm strongly against that. Even if it's
Mhm.
not women, but violation itself. I don't think
Mhm.
anyone has the right to violate the rights of a person. And I'm really against it because I believe that though we were all born here on earth, we're all different in our
Mhm.
own ways. And whatever it is that you believe in, whatever your ideas or your perspective in life, or whatever your plans are or your wants, or whatever it is, we are I believe that we deserve to be respected, to be accepted, and to be loved. And when it comes to violating women, I'm so against that. And violation in general, be it the LGBTQ, men, women, I really wanted that to be eradicated or be vanished. However, you
Mhm.
can't really somehow control other people as well. So I guess
Mhm.
it would be just you building yourself as strong as possible and as much as possible educating each one of us as well. That's very important.
And this is a form of women empowerment as well, right?
Yes.
Mhm. Okay. So speaking of women empowerment, do you think that women empowerment um, could also affect men?
Um, I can't really, well, I believe it depends on the person, how
Mm-hmm.
he sees things. Because I've known some men who's not affected
Mm-hmm.
about women empowerment. Actually, they're supporting women empowerment. So I
Mm-hmm.
believe it depends on how a person sees things and accepting things as well. Because
Mm-hmm.
I have friends who are men, but they're really into women empowerment.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that pageants pageants like this is
Mhm.
also a form of empowering women? because
Yes.
there are some how do you call this, groups of women,
Mm-hmm.
or yeah, that are basically, that are actually uh getting disgusted, or yeah, somehow they don't like, well, let me just use that, they don't actually, they are actually anti pageantry, because they believe
Yes.
that women are being exploited
Uh-huh.
in pageantry. So what's your stand on that?
Well, honestly, before pageantry was very trivial, but now well, I guess not just me, but it has evolved. It has evolved into a platform wherein ladies come together for the purpose of wanting to inspire other people, wanting to help the community for be it sports, youth, or community development. It's not just about exploiting women. Though I respect those people who are against it, but I really hope that they'll be able to also see the real reasons of why we have these beauty pageants. And as for me, who is very passionate when it comes to pageantry, this is
Mhm.
really a form of women empowerment because before I never had the courage to do things. Pageant do
Mhm.
not just teach you how to walk, how to do pasarela, how to have talents or skills, how to do interviews. It's more than that. It's
Mhm.
really teaching women to be more confident of who they are, to really see the things that they haven't seen before, to really discover the skills, abilities that they have that they never thought they have. It's more
Mhm.
than really just that. It's about us building a better and stronger version of ourselves. And when it comes to pageantry taught us to never give up because honestly, Tita, pageantry is not just about winning. It's
Mhm.
more on really getting back up again and continuing and really showing that won't be able to stop even if even if you lose. You
Mhm.
have been you have been great before and
Mhm.
you have learned a lot of things. So pageantry is really a place wherein we were we were taught how to be stronger. So I hope those people would also see that.
Yeah, that's right. I hope they would be able to. I hope that we hope actually that the purpose would also transmit to them, right? So that they could also understand what's
Yes.
basically going on with pageantry, what can lead us to do, and um, what can basically help women to become a better person, to become better
Yes.
people or individuals, right? Yeah, so we've been talking about pageantry still, right? So do you think that oh, well, in your own opinion, if I may ask you,
Uh-huh.
yeah, what particular um yeah, in your this just on your own opinion, since you have parents
Uh-huh.
that are Muslims or Islams, right?
Uh-huh.
um Do you think that wearing two-piece or swimsuit or swimwear is
Mhm.
necessary in pageantry?
Well, I believe that since it's a beauty pageant and there's in the
Mhm.
criteria, there's beauty, voice, and body, I do believe that
Mhm.
it's necessary. But what's not necessary is choosing those bikinis that's too revealing. That's for me. Because you can still show it your body with just example one piece. But as
Mhm.
I've said, it's actually a matter of not just about the clothes that you wear, it's about you showing the confidence within you, the confidence of showing what you have. And through that, you'd be able to also inspire those young ladies, not just
Mhm.
actually women, but even men who are doubting themselves physically. So it's
Mhm.
more on really the confidence within you. So
Mhm.
to those, yeah, to the pageants who think that it's necessary, I believe so, yes.
Mhm. All right. So it's a matter of of presenting yourself properly. That is not malaswa actually.
Yes, yes, Tita.
Okay, thank you so much for that. Hmm. Whew. There you go. So we've been talking about many things already. So like empowerment and all, women
Yeah.
empowerment and all that stuff. Um, how about your advocacy? Does Hiyas ng Pilipinas require you to somehow um come up with an advocacy, or
Mhm.
you do it on your own voluntarily?
Well, well, they haven't really obliged us to have an advocacy, but
Mhm.
I believe it's it's us who want to have an advocacy because, as
Mhm.
I've said, the top 35 of Yes and Filipinas is not just here to just show off what we have physically, but we're here
Mhm.
because we're fighting for our advocacies and the purposes of us
Mhm.
joining pageants. So for my advocacy, I am actually a very strong advocate of self acceptance and self love, especially with everything that's been happening, and especially with the standard of beauty that the
Mhm.
community or the people around us has made. And I
Mhm.
really wanted to show to them that beauty comes in a vast range of colors, sizes, labels. It doesn't mean that if you're not mestiza, you're not beautiful. It doesn't mean that if you're chinita, you're not beautiful. I mean, we're all different. It's a matter of accepting ourselves. But of course, I also really respect those people who have gone through surgeries and all, because that's also another type of self acceptance. You see,
Mhm.
it's not easy for them to have that, the pain even
Mhm.
after the people talking about them. So it's also building a stronger self-acceptance in their part. So for me, I
Mhm.
really wanted to inspire those people, especially young women like me,
Mhm.
local pageantera who've always
Mhm.
dreamed of joining a national pageant, that it could
Mhm.
happen. You just really have to have the courage, the confidence to try. No guts, no glory, tita. So that is really
Mhm.
something that I'm fighting for. Self acceptance.
Yeah. I really love this kind of advocacy, No, but however, there is this kind of value
Uh-huh.
in the Philippines that when you are white or when you are in fair complexion, you are
Right.
beautiful. So how can you eradicate that?
That's why I really have self acceptance, because
Mm-hmm.
I want them to accept the differences that we have. The
Mm-hmm.
flaws that we have. I want them to embrace that, because
Mm-hmm.
those uniqueness, the colors, the skin tones, the different, even the dark parts of our bodies,
Yes.
it collectively it makes us who we are, and just really
Mm-hmm.
have to accept that. And I really wanted to push self-acceptance, because sometimes those people who bully other people are the ones who are doubting themselves,
Mm-hmm.
and that's reality. So
Mm-hmm.
for me, if each one of us will learn to accept what we have and what we don't have, then we'd be able to also accept others. It's like you have to learn to love yourself for you to share that love to other people.
Mm-hmm. How about that? How about that events or somehow like instances that there are natives that are really willing to to join pageants, and we know how our natives look like, and sometimes
Yeah.
when they come up of the stage and here they are normal. Well, I'm not saying that everyone, but there is always this kind of doubt in them that
Uh-huh.
um that that actually pushes them back
Uh-huh.
to show up on the stage. So what can you tell to this kind of young lady?
What I would tell them is just
Mm-hmm.
what I told myself. The only thing that you can control here is yourself, nothing else. You can't control other people. What you can
Mm-hmm.
control is yourself, the way you think, the way you accept things, your perceptions in life. the way you accept yourself. You can't really tell those people to stop doing this and that, because at the end of the day, it's their prerogative, it's their decision to bash or to talk about you. So
Yeah.
if you feel this within you, you have to show them that you feel it for them to also see that. Because I really believe that, I'm not sugarcoating anything, but I really do believe that if you're confident about what you have, if you accepted yourself fully, those people can see that. And you just really have to change the way you see things, and you just really have to build a stronger version of you, because no matter how hard they try to bash you, no matter how hard they try to say negative things about you, you know in your heart who you are. So that's the most
Mm.
important thing. As long as you're not stepping on anybody else's shoes, then you're fine.
All right, that's great. I love that. However, have you already been doing any action, or what kind of movement have you already started up for this kind of for your advocacy per se?
Oh yes, Tita. Actually, this advocacy is my advocacy when I joined Miss Dumagate 2018. And
Mm-hmm.
right after that, I actually passed already a plan to the Sangguniang Panglungsod in our city. However, COVID happened. But I did not limit my reign within Dumaguete alone. So if I have, like, example, I have invitations to do orientation or anything, or to speak in front of young women about self-acceptance, I do that. So I have been doing that here in my locality. I share things according to my experience and not according to what I read online. Like, example, if there's this one municipality who invited me to talk to their candidates for their miss in their city. So I was so happy because I will be sharing my experiences as well, and what I have felt and what I have learned to those ladies. So as much as possible, I try to really talk to them. Just like now, I message people who are feeling down if I see them doubting themselves. And for me also, I post things as simple as posting online, actually, about self acceptance is very important, especially Facebook or Instagram. They play a big role nowadays. Sometimes what you see online will really affect you. So, as much as possible, I try to post positivity.
Well, this is just one last question on this segment. So, what do you think? Where do you think? Where rather? So, where do you
Uh huh.
think there's where do you think the how shall I call this? Oh, I lost myself. I lost my word.
It's okay.
I'm sorry about that. Where do you think these kind of self doubt coming?
I would really say, like, honestly, self doubt comes from what you read online. Self doubt comes from the people around you
Mhm.
and the people who have been comparing you to other people. Actually, it's not just about beauty sometimes when you doubt yourself. It's also about your status in life now. Sometimes, what you see online, like, we have this goals, like travel goals, career goals, and sometimes we tend to compare ourselves, our pacing, to those people, in which that's where acceptance come in.
Mhm.
Because if you don't accept yourself fully, you're gonna be affected by what people will tell you. You will be affected with what you read online, then you will doubt yourself, and then you will rethink, and then think, am I doing what I should be doing? Am I where I should be? Am I fulfilling the dreams that I have been wanting? So, I mean, if you have accepted yourself, you will never compare yourself. You will always wait for your own pacing, for your own time, and you'll be able to also accept who you are and who you're not.
All right. Oh, that's wonderful. Okay. So I think we've already. Do we have any questions in here, Still, I think we have no more questions, Sandy. So this time, Sandy, we are going to play a game. So this is gonna be the
Oh.
last challenge for you. All right.
Okay.
So I'll be sharing that. Here we go. Okay. Mhm.
Might
Can you see
surprise
that
you.
at the end? Yes, it is.
Yes, but it's still loading. Ah, pick, pick a box.
There you go.
Okay.
So it's a pick a box. So we actually have six mystery boxes in here. Okay,
Okay.
and each of these box has its own has something to be revealed. So there
Okay.
is actually a word to be revealed in each of the box. Okay, so all you have to do, well, you can give your opinion or react on a particular word that can be revealed on the box.
Okay.
Are we good with that?
Okay, Tita.
So I'll just be asking you to pick at least three mystery boxes. Okay, one at a
Okay.
time. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Good. So are you ready?
I am.
Okay, good. So this is really what I like with my guests. Okay, whenever they say they are very much ready and they're not keeping you wait.
All right.
So, so which box would you like to open first?
I want to start with my favorite number, my lucky number five.
Number five. So what's in you? Number five. Love life.
Ay, wow. Yon. Ay, gusto ni
All
tita
right.
to. So, love life.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Well, for me, I believe all of us deserve to have this.
Mm-hmm.
This is something that, at times will help us be better. This is something that will help us be inspired. This is also something that will push us or be our fuel to do better things in life.
Mm-hmm.
And it's good to have an inspiration, right, Tita? So for me, I really believe that love life, we all deserve love life. If you're a
Mm-hmm.
man, you're a woman, you're part of the LGBTQ, we all deserve this because to love and be loved for me, Tita, is the most beautiful gift. And when you love someone, you can't really choose. Actually, you have to also accept their flaws. You have to accept what they can give and what they cannot give. And when you love
Mm-hmm.
someone, it's not just about the butterflies that you feel in your stomach. It's more on decision and commitment. So yeah.
Okay, so there you go, guys. Oh, so what is your next pick?
Number two,
Number two, trans women.
all trans women.
Mm-hmm.
I have actually a lot of friends who are trans women and who are part of the LGBTQI plus community, and I really have high respect to them. And for me, if they decided to be trans women, it's their decision. And as I've said before, it's not easy for them to change something. They will go through knives, they will go through the pain, the healing process, and they will also go through sometimes, of course, negative comments. So I hope that we will also be able to learn how to respect other people as well. Because though we have our own ideals, we have our own perception in life, they too have that. And I believe that they too deserve to be loved and be accepted. So go trans women. They actually add colors to our life and our earth. So I'm grateful to them as well.
How sweet. All right. Oh, this
I
must be the
next
last
slide.
one. This must be the last one. Mhm.
um 6.
Number 6, environment.
Oh, environment.
Mhm.
I really hope that we will come to realize that it's important to take care of our environment because that will be also taking care of our earth. And I hope that we will really realize that we only have one earth. So if the earth that we live now will vanish, where will we go? That question. I hope we will not forget that question. So no matter how small it will be, if you can help improve our environment, mitigate the problems that we are facing right now, please do so, no matter how small that is. Sometimes we have this idea that what can I make? I mean, what changes can I make if I'm doing it alone?
Mhm.
I hope that each of us will eradicate that idea because if you're going to do that, it doesn't mean that you have to also not do those things because other people don't believe in those things. If you do that every single day, it's going to be grateful and it's going to make a big difference to our environment. So please let us take care of our environment because this is the only earth that we have.
Oh, amazing. So thank you so much for that.
Thank
Okay,
you,
by the
Rita.
way, you're welcome. By the way, we still have one last question actually coming from
Okay.
our viewers for tonight. So
Okay.
this basically coming from Yoji, and he's asking, do you agree that beauty queens must restrict themselves from too much reading soft med messages? How can candidates strike a balance between life and work?
So for the first question, do you agree that beauty queens
Mhm.
must restrict themselves from too much reading social media messages?
Yes, that's right.
It actually depends on the person. Sometimes
Mhm.
it's good to like uh to get away from negativity so that you'll just sometimes negative comments will really affect us, especially when we were really doing everything that we could to represent our city, to represent ourselves. But then for other people, it's not good enough. Sometimes we will break down, but it's not wrong to break down, I would say. But as to for me, it's a matter of really building a stronger version of yourself.
Mhm.
As I've said, you have to accept yourself so that no matter how hard that comment is, no matter how negative that comment will be, you won't get affected. Instead, you will make that negative comment a fuel for you to drive to be better and to show to yourself that you can do more and you can
Exactly.
inspire other people as well.
Mhm.
So
It's a
for
matter of maturity, actually.
yes, yes, Tita. But
Mhm.
there's nothing wrong about those beauty queens who choose not to read social media comments. If
Mhm.
for them it will help, then it's good.
Mhm. If they think that
So
that could actually protect them as well, so that's
yes,
fine. Mhm.
yes,
However,
yes.
handling this social media reactions or
Mm-hmm,
comments, that
mm-hmm.
is basically based on our maturity as well as influencers, as people on the
Yes,
social media. Mhm.
yes, Tita, that's true.
For the second question, how can candidates
That's right.
strike a balance between life and work?
Between life and work.
Mhm.
Well, that's you just really have to do time management. I know it's easy to
Mhm.
say it, but sometimes it's really hard to do that. But you just really have to prioritize things. You have to think of the things that needs urgency.
Mhm.
Everything is important. You just really have to choose which thing needs urgency and not. And when it comes to
Mhm.
life and work, if you don't if you work for you to live, sometimes it won't sometimes you will feel like it's gonna be tiring. But if you work you also don't need to forget your life. You have to also have a life. So you
Mm-hmm.
have to also rest, take back, and relax for you to have this energy to get back to work again. So it's just a matter of time management and prioritizing things which needs urgency.
That's right. And at least, of course, get an inspiration. Get an
Ah!
inspiration to work. Yeah. Get an inspiration to work. So there could also be life after, right?
Yan.
Mm.
Wow, tita.
Ipinilit lang. All
Segue.
right, thank you so much, Ivan Swan. Is that Ivan Swan D. Landicho? Zamora? Thank you so much for dropping by. And of course,
Hello.
we have what's that? Franclea de
Frankly, Ate
Cipole.
Frank.
Yeah, thank you so much for dropping by. All right, so Sandy, do you have any message to, or would you like to give any message to anyone, or would you like to send any message to any particular person that you would like to? And of course, this is the best time for you to promote your projects, your business if you have a business. I know that you have a business, and of course, your social media platforms. Invite them to to support you on your journey in Hiyas ng Pilipinas 2022 pageant, of course, and invite them for the coronation night or on the
Yes.
coronation night.
Yeah, so to everyone who's watching, I am here again. I am an official delegate for the very first Fiesta Filipinas, which will be this coming March 27 live in Cebu waterfront. So I hope that you guys will not get tired of supporting me and, of course, praying for me. This is not just for myself, but this is for my city, for my hometown and my province, Dumaguete City, Negros Oriental, Bayawan, and to everyone who has been rooting for me besides Santa, northern part of the province. I really wish that as how you have supported me in the past, I hope that you will also support me in this one. I am really trying my best. I will do everything that I could to best represent each one of you. Okay, and this is not just for me, as I've said, this is for all of us. And I also wanted to thank those people who have been there. Actually, Tita Jerry, my handler, thank you so much, Tita, for always being there for me, even during Miss Earth. The Tita can I mention names, Tita? Is it okay to thank people?
Go ahead, go ahead. Mhm.
Yes, I really want to take this opportunity because I'm just really grateful. Because honestly, I won't be here if it's not for these people. They really added this urge and this drive of me of why I really wanted to do great in this pageant. So I really want to thank Tita Larry, Tita Ding Dong, Nang Ryan, Tita Ron, my sister, who's very supportive of me. Kim, thank you so much. My family, my mama, my papa, my brother, um, to my supporters from Santa going to Basay and Shaton going to Gihulgan and everyone who knows me. Thank you so much for always supporting me. To Kong Arnie, to Mayor Henry, to Mayor Pet, to Ma'am Jackie, the tourism of Dumaguete City. Ate Jan, thank you so much. Tita Hoxon, Tita Nico, Dr. Troy, Dr. Sander, thank you so much for your support. Mish, thank you, Mom. To my partner, Darren, thank you so much. To everyone, thank you so much for being so supportive. To Pageant Mags for always being so supportive of me even during this earth. Salamat kayo ninyong tanan yun. Inyuhang mga comments, nagtabang yun sa ako no matter how hard it is. So salamat yun kayo to everyone. I'm sorry if I can't mention you all. My lolo and lola, thank you so much. My relatives, everyone, thank you. Thank you.
Wow, that's a long list.
I know. I'm just so grateful. I'm just really
Yeah.
grateful to each of them, Tita. So I thank you so much for this opportunity.
Well, that's fine, Sandy. And yet, I am actually very much grateful and honored to have you tonight with me, joining us on these live sessions nightly. Oh, nightly though. For those who are still interested to join us every night from Monday to Saturday, please just reach out to our Facebook page or on our Instagram, just send us a message and we will definitely reach out to you and or reply to you as soon as we can. So we are open to everyone who are aspiring to become a beauty queen and beauty kings, if I may say, or pageant kings, if I may properly say. You are all welcome to on our page, rather on our channel as well, Pageant Mag Philippines. So we are once again we are on all social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, of course, and on YouTube. If you are new to our YouTube channel, please, please, please do subscribe and click the bell notification so that you will get notified whenever we release new videos, and also follow and subscribe on our Facebook page. You know what, guys? Whenever you send stars on our Facebook page, you are basically helping us or supporting us on our streamings, because you know what, we are also paying on our streaming subscription. Anyways, so I hope you guys could also support us on that matter. So thank you so much for those who have joined us tonight, to all our viewers. Thank you so much, Sandy. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Um,
Thank
we
you.
are we are definitely journeying with you on Miss or on Hiyas ng Pilipinas 2021. We are definitely looking forward on your journey.
Thank
And yeah,
you.
who else do we have to say thank you to all our sponsors? Do we have? We do not have a sponsor. I hope there will be sponsors also coming in. Thank you so much once again. Well, one moment. I think we have some messages coming in. Mm-hmm. And being watching here in Canada.
Hello.
Yeah. Thank you
Hi,
so
Ate
much for watching.
Natalie. Your family. Hello.
Thank you so much for watching all the way from Canada. And to the rest, and to the other parts of the world, thank you so much for staying with us. So,
Yeah, thank
till next
you.
time around, guys, on our next episode, hopefully you'll join us again. For now, good night, good day, good evening, and good morning to the rest of the world. So, bye bye, and God bless you all. Bye.